Learning is a continuous process of life. So if you stop learning today, then tomorrow you will be uneducated. So I always took worst experience as a learning lesson. One of my mentor told me that survive for 1,000 days in a business, then sky is the limit actually. Strangers will always help you in the business. They will always back you actually, and they will always give you the opportunity. Now world is came very close due to the technology, and it's just a matter of click on the button of your handset. Keep calculation of at least 48 months before starting your entrepreneurship career. Then sky is the limit. Attention to the details, strategic thinking, analytical skills, managing the relationship, and straight to the point defines me.
So I am your host Gaurav Garg and we welcome all our viewers to our show Amazing Mentor. Today with us is Mr. Nitin. He is founder of Vikat Teleservices Pvt Ltd. He is an entrepreneur, B2B consultant, advisor, mentor, strategist, APAC, Europe, Middle East and African region. He has more than 23 years of experience. He is currently helping companies win business in IT and non-IT domain in India and Middle East. He helps in tie-up with large capital investment firms to do fundraising for project minimum $50 million to $10 billion. It's a pleasure to welcome Mr. Nitin to our show Amazing Mentor. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So tell us about your childhood and what is your favorite hobbies from your childhood which you still enjoy?
See, basically, my childhood went very fun-filled because it was in the common child system where everyone was so close and caring and living their life very fullest actually.
What about your schooling? Where did you complete your schooling from?
So I completed my schooling from Kumudvidya Mandir, Devnar from Mumbai, and then I did my diploma in engineering and degree in engineering from Bharati Vidyapit in electronics and telecommunication field. After that, I have done my executive MBA from United Business of Institute, Belgium.
And what about your nature? How was your nature, introvert or extrovert as a child?
So as a child, I was very extrovert.
So any incidents in your mind which you would like to share?
So talking about the incident during the childhood, Indian cricket team won the Benson and Hedges Series Cup. So during that time, Ravi Shastri has been awarded as a man of the match as an Audi car. So that was the incident which always kept in mind. And then I dreamed about like one day in my professional careers and everything, I can have my Audi car.
So what about your dream profession as a child?
So dream profession as a child, then I was thinking of doing something in the technical domain, mainly into the engineering domain. And then this is how I started pursuing my engineering career after my 10th schooling.
So what inspired you to become an engineer?
When I was in my school, so during that time, the computer evolution has started. And then the very few people was having the computer, so I was having a dream that I will work on a computer. This is how I have started dreaming about my career to go into the computer and the engineering field.
Any notorious movement which you
see? The notorious moment is like when I was in the third standard. So during that time, teacher has given us to write an essay. So during that essay, she has made some remarks and everything. And then against that remarks, we have written something. And then teacher called my parents actually. So that was the notorious moment I can still remember actually.
So what was the first reaction of your parents when you told them about your first job?
My parents were very super excited when they came to know that I've got a job because they have taken so much of effort to make me an engineer. Getting a first job and the first salary for middle class family, it was a kind of a dream came true. So my mom and dad were very super excited actually.
So where did you started your career journey from?
So I started my career journey with a company called Efficient Data Processing.
What all challenges did you face in the starting career journey?
So we face issues like getting a desired profile and the company which is having at least more branches across India. So it's like I was getting offers which was having a very small company, having a very small office like 5 to 10 people, only have a present in Mumbai city. So I was always searching a company where I can get a big exposure like which is having at least a kind of like say many offices across India, so that you will get a good exposure.
And what about your mentor? Who is your mentor in your life?
Always my father was my mentor actually. So he has guided me throughout my schooling career during my engineering days, and also he has guided me and mentored me till I get my desired job actually.
So any decision or action you regret in your career life?
Not really, because I kept on changing the industries and took new challenges and learn advanced technologies whenever I switch from one industry to another industry.
So what's that one thing you love about your profession the most?
So I always knew the new technologies and in a different industry domain, which has helped me to grow till date. So this is the most loved thing during my profession, because it's like when I started my career, during that time there was a technology evolution was started actually from 2G, 3G to 4G and all this thing, and then I kept on learning the new technologies.
So you have vast experience of 23 plus great years. How is your journey till date?
So journey till date is very exciting and full of new challenges. As I mentioned, like I kept on changing the industries and kept on learning the new technologies. I kept myself upgrading with the newer technology platforms, because it's like starting with the voice technologies companies like BPL Telecom from the telecom domain, and then going into the data platform, because it was a shift from voice to data during the late 90s and early 2000. So this is how I then kept on changing and then kept on learning the new things like telco grade DWDM and the optical and the 4G kind of a deployment. And now with my new venture, so I'm doing project in the smart city domains, e-governance domains, which is now the need of the hour.
So what all lessons you have learned in your professional journey?
See, learning is a continuous process of life. So if you stop learning today, then tomorrow you will be uneducated. I implemented this mantra every day actually. So I have learned new technologies, platforms, implemented large projects by learning these new technologies.
So any particular moment you would like to share in your professional journey, worst and best?
Talking about the worst and best, I will never say anything is worst moment, because either you win or either you learn. So I always took worst experience as a learning lesson. So talking about the best experience is yet to come, because always I try to make it best, and also it is reflecting in my professional journey actually with the newer challenges I am taking.
So what all type of project do you support in fundraising, and is there any minimum amount?
See, actually in the fundraising, I support a project which is from the state government and the central government, and also few small companies who seek the investors funding. So this ticket size is as minimum as $1 million. So it goes up to $1 billion also, because it all depends on how much is the size of the project, because we have a tie-up with many financial institutes with my personal capacity and also with my network.
So how was your journey to become an entrepreneur?
See, by leveraging my 20 years of experience with various technologies and the domain which I already earlier mentioned, I started my entrepreneur journey in March 2012 actually. For a couple of years it was very challenging, as the transition from employee to the entrepreneurship was a different ball game actually. One of my mentors told me that survive for 1,000 days in a business, then sky is the limit actually. So I'm happy with my whatever journey which is there.
So what's the main difference do you feel in employed and self-employed journey?
Both has its own pros and cons actually. During the employment, company gives you a task which is a time bound, and a predefined holidays you get actually. So also your monthly income is fixed. So you are being driven by bosses and your supervisors in the employment field. If we talk about the self-employed, are responsible for both losses and profits. So they don't have any paid holidays, they don't have any sick leaves, and their earning schedule also vary actually. So it's like it might be a short term also, it might be a long term also. But there you don't have any boss. You don't have any supervisor to manage you. So it takes great efforts to complete your task and everything, and you get motivated yourself as a self-employed.
So how difficult and easy is to start your entrepreneur journey?
If you'll ask my opinion, it depends upon how you start it and what circumstances you are in actually. So during starting of your entrepreneur journey, if you have taken care of your finances, which is required for at least for say 40th month, and your life about your finance, both your finances and the liabilities, then there is no issue. If this is not taken care, and then many people has gone back again to the employment. So my opinion, it has to be a calculative risk to be taken, and it's not easy.
So as you have told that if you cross 1,000 days in your entrepreneur journey, then sky is the limit. Then also, if you are given a chance to roll back and be an employed, what would be your answer?
No, I will not actually. because I came a long way in the entrepreneurship journey. I learned many things actually. I have felt my best because those 1,000 days are over for me right now. So I don't think so I will go back to the employment.
So what all services do Vikat Teleservices Private Limited offers?
So Vikat has started in March 2028 with the B2B consulting approach with the SI partners. So we provide services like sales, pre-sales, solutioning, giving us sales support and the services support for the system integrators in across Pan India and also a few regions in Middle East and Southeast Asia. Also, we are working on a large government RFP rollouts where you are using the technologies like data center, your smart cities, e-governance, IoTs, AI/ML, RPA. So all these domains and like where we give a support because I am leveraging my 20 years of experience in various domains, and this is how Vikat is being giving help and the support to their SI partners. And we also do global funding for government and private projects with our connects.
So where did you get the idea to start Vikat Teleservices Private Limited?
So this idea got clicked while I was doing the job. My clients used to share me, okay, fine. So this is what the actual challenge is. This is what we are lacking with my SI partners, and this is what the skill sets which are missing in the industry. So I thought, okay, now we have an opportunity, so let's encash that. So we have founded Vikat with all those challenges, and then with those clients, we took our buffet of services, and then this is how the Vikat is born.
So where do you get the motivation for every day to face new challenges?
See, world is changing very fast actually with the newer technologies which is coming in day by day. So this motivates me to keep learning how to resolve the new challenges on daily basis. So every problem has a solution. So I always look at different approach for all the problems, and I make to sure that it is get resolved.
So you are an entrepreneur, B2B consultant, advisor, mentor, strategist, and there are many roles which you play. Where do you get so much energy from?
Actually, as I mentioned earlier, so if you stop learning, you will be uneducated next day. So to survive in this fast changing world, you have to be always on your toes, which gives me an energy to keep up to date myself. And it gives me like kind of a motivation where you can learn new things and overcome the challenges. So this is the main source of my energy actually.
So what all are do's and don'ts you would suggest while starting your journey?
See, as I mentioned earlier, it's like do take care of your personal finances first. Don't rely on social media connects because see all this your social media connects and friends. If you rely on them, they may help, but not at that extent. Keep in mind, so strangers will always help you in the business. They will always back you actually, and they will always give you the opportunity.
So advices you would like to give to young generation who want to opt sales and marketing as their profession?
See, for sales and marketing professionals, they have to use the latest technology. Okay? So they have to make a use of the latest technologies, which gives you so much access to the entire world. Because they should keep evaluating themselves every day and focus on how differently they can come up with the solutions, with the new ideas in their career.
So what advice would you like to give to young entrepreneurs?
For the young entrepreneurs, the current generation is very different actually. It's not like us. So they have not seen the struggle what we have seen in the earlier life, and most of the struggle is been taken care by their parents actually. So they ideally don't have any financial burden right now on them. So what I will give an advice to them is like just to concentrate on your career. Keep yourself updated with the newer technologies as world is changing very fast. They should think global because now world is came very close due to the technology, and it's just a matter of click on the button of your handset. So this is how I can advise them actually.
So advice to start entrepreneur journey.
I would strongly suggest to assess your monthly financial health. Keep calculation of at least 48 months before starting your entrepreneurship career. Then sky is the limit. So there are ample opportunities available in the market. Just go for it.
So now we will start a rapid round.
Yeah.
Your favorite actor and actress?
In Bollywood, I like Amir Khan because he is the Mr. Perfectionist actually. Actress, there are many, but I like Aishwarya Rai.
Your favorite color?
My favorite color is sky blue.
Your favorite destination?
My favorite destination is Paris, always.
Your favorite car?
Audi, which I currently own.
Things in your wish list?
A Europe trip with the family.
Your dream house?
I would like my 2-story standalone home with the front yard and the backyard on the outskirts of the London city.
Second choice of career?
Mentoring the startups actually, because I want to apply the learnings which I had in my entrepreneurship journey.
If you get superpower, what's that one thing that you would like to change or reverse?
About superpower, I would say superpower exists within you. So it all depends what you think. how you plan, how you execute things, then automatically things will change for you.
At last, one line that defines you.
Attention to the details, strategic thinking, analytical skills, managing the relationship, and straight to the point defines me.
Thank you very much for your time, and it was pleasure talking to you and listening to the life experiences and advice which you have shared on our show. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And thanks for watching Amazing Mentor. Do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell button to get regular updates. Thank you very much.